Hello, folks. Welcome to OTD, also known as On the Deck, where you can get all the sports you need in 10 minutes. My name is Adam Orduna. This is my mom, Gina.
He's a journalist.
She's the enthusiast.
I'm enthusiastic because there's so much great sports to talk about right now.
Yes, there is.
And we're back outside.
We are back
got the
outside.
New roof put on.
Yes,
Man,
it is beautiful out here.
Great
and
job
they did do a great job. Hey, just a shout out to anyone that owns a roofing company or anyone that is part of those roofing teams,
crew.
And you're out there and the heat and the wind and it's drizzling on you or whatever the case may be. You're up super high and you have a really hard job and a lot of work to do in a short time span, because those people have a few days to get that stuff done.
They had our roofs done in 2 days.
Yes.
I've seen crews where they get our neighbors done in one day, the second day it's cleanup.
Exactly.
They did an amazing job, cleaned everything up,
Yes,
and
they did.
That's one of those jobs.
Shout out to those people. That's a lot of hard work, and
we got a tall
to those
roof.
people
I'm not
that do a
going
great
up
job.
there.
No, I agree.
They could blow off and it'd just be off.
Yes, exactly. Well, we want to give you kind of a week of sports news update since we haven't done that in about a week or so. We've got some soccer we want to bring up, some MLS, and and then MLB. We have some MLB talk we want to talk about with the playoffs getting ready to start up here, and then we've got some NFL matchups that we want to bring up as well.
Yes.
Sporting KC 913-816 stand up. Sporting KC won the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup Championship, rose that Lamar Hunt trophy above their heads, represented our city very well again. This is our fourth out of 6 years, our fourth championship out of 6 years winning the U.S. Open Cup. It's a major tournament. Basically, it's kind of anyone can get into it. You have to be a soccer club, and then all the MLS teams are part of it as well. And then it's a long tournament that takes place throughout the season.
Yeah, we talked about it over the summer.
Yes, exactly.
You qualify, and then the rounds come.
Keep.
We said the finals were in September.
Exactly.
And guess who won?
Exactly. Sporting KC is a great organization. We're just so glad to have another pro team represent our city so well in such great manner and fashion. Graham Zusi and Matt Beasler are on the USA team, and so they do a great job. And so, Sporting, congratulations!
Congrats, Sporting.
Had to give you a shout out because that is awesome. Go! All right, so we're happy about that. Well, we're going to talk about the MLB right now.
Yes.
And
Let me start.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll start
please.
with the bad and you
Yes,
in on the good.
There you go.
Major League Baseball, I'm a mom and I'm making a plea to you to please require netting in all of your baseball fields. A little girl yesterday, 4 years old, beautiful little baby, was sitting at the Yankees game.
Yep,
the Minnesota Twins were playing the Yankees, and a foul ball, just a random foul ball, goes off at whatever, 80, 90 miles an hour and hits her dead in the face. She is in the hospital. The family has not released any information about her condition, but we've all raised kids. We all want to continue to support Major League Baseball. My kids have gone to the games without me, obviously, sometimes, and I've worried about them because we're not the people sitting there with the glove. We're just there to watch. And I just really want to implore Major League Baseball to make this safe for all the fans and the players. The players look like somebody shot their monkey.
Yeah.
They didn't even want to keep playing.
It's tragic. It's very tough to sit there and see that happen and know that you injured somebody, not on purpose by any means.
Especially any innocent kid.
Exactly.
A
And
little
it's
girl.
a very random act, and it doesn't happen every game, but it's the fact that
actually they said 1,700 people will be injured at Major League Baseball games.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
But it doesn't happen every game, but it happens quite often.
It happens enough.
And the point is, if hockey has their glass all around the ice rink and they've got netting up above, they've got it connected to where people aren't getting injured. Granted, you're right there up on the ice, so you're in closer proximity. But I think it still goes to say that, look, the sport is dangerous enough to where other spectators can get injured. You should probably have more protocol and more barriers to make sure that people are safe. They're bringing their young ones, and anyone for that matter.
Exactly. We get it. It's a tragedy, but it could have been somebody's grandma. It could have been somebody's husband.
Broken bats happen, and they fly into the stands. People get hit. So they just really need to start looking into more ways to protect the people and the fans as they're watching those games.
All right, well, now let's talk about some good stuff with baseball.
Right, well, as we mentioned, the playoffs are right around the corner, and so some teams have already clinched their division and their spot for the playoffs. For the American League, here we've got the AL East, American League East. Boston has already made their spot into the playoffs, and so They're looking really good right now.
They haven't clinched the but they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, like I said, they haven't clinched, but they're in the playoffs. In the AL West, we've got the Houston Astros right now, who are just, like I said, this is honestly one of the hottest teams in all of baseball. They actually have clinched. They have clinched the American League West. And then you've got the Cleveland Indians, who we all know had the amazing streak that did end by the hand of us. The Kansas City Royals stopped them at 22. But the Cleveland Indians are right now killing it as well, and they clinched the American League Central. And both teams, the Houston Astros and the Cleveland Indians, have over 90 wins this year. That's really just crazy.
Well, then on the National League side, on the National League East, you do have the Nationals. They're at 92 and 59.
Yep.
So they have clinched.
They've clinched.
Right?
They have clinched. Yes.
And then in the National League West, you have the Dodgers, who are in. The LA Dodgers are in, but they haven't clinched.
They're in the playoffs, but they haven't clinched yet.
And then the National League Central is just wide open.
It's wide open. It's kind of been the poo-poo league of baseball up to this point. But hey, the Cubs are still trying to fight it out, and we'll see kind of what happens within that grouping. But hey, the MLB playoffs are nearing, and we're going to see what happens. We'll keep an eye on that. So let's talk about some NFL games coming up here.
Yes.
We got a big game, big matchup tonight. We got the Rams and the 49ers. Those Thursday night games are kind of fun because the jerseys are different colors and stuff like that.
Off the weekend.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And we're really excited about that. We're going to list off some games here, some matchups that we think are kind of important to watch, and then we'll kind of pick from there.
Here are our picks. Well, like you said, you have the Los Angeles Rams going to the 49ers, but then you have the Giants at the Eagles on Sunday, Texans at the Patriots, the Falcons at the Lions, and then Seahawks at Titans.
Yeah, and then we've got our Chiefs taking on the LA Chargers, then you got the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Green Bay Packers, and then the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals.
Now, obviously, there are more games than that. There are other teams still playing this week. These are just the teams that we feel like would give you a good enough game to pick.
Absolutely.
So here's our picks.
Yes.
And last week, Adam beat me. He was 4-2, and I was 3-3 on our picks.
Yes.
So we've added to the picks to give ourselves a better shot.
Yes, we did.
So let's start with the game tonight, the LA Rams at the 49ers.
Yes.
I would be inclined to tell you I really don't care about this game, except I'm kind of rooting for Jared Goff. I think the Rams have looked good. They do need a bounce-back game, so I'm actually going to go Rams over 49ers, even though they're in the new stadium up there in San Francisco, in the Oakland area. But I'm going to go Rams, and I'm going to go for a Thursday night game, maybe 21-17 Rams.
Yeah, I'm also going to go the Rams. You got two first-year head coaches with both of these organizations. I love me some Todd Gurley, and Jared Goff, I think, got a bad shake last year.
I do, too.
We'll see. They looked pretty good in that first game. And so, yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams on this one.
All right.
And probably maybe 21-17 Rams.
I think that's what we both said. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you've got the Giants, who are 0-2, at the Eagles, who are 1-1. They lost to the Chiefs. The Eagles did last week. The Giants have been getting embarrassed.
Yep. Lost to the Cowboys, and then they lost to the Lions.
And here's the thing. I think the Giants are due for a bounce-back game. Now, again, they're on the road at the Eagles.
Yep, at Philly.
The Eagles looked good last week.
Yep.
I mean, the Chiefs beat a good Eagles team.
They did.
Giants just don't have it clicking. So, unfortunately, I think the Giants are going to start out 0-3, and I'm going Eagles on this one.
You are going to go Eagles.
I am going to go Eagles.
I think it's a must-win for the Giants. I think if they don't get this one, I don't see many more games for them to get. The Eagles are playing very good football, so you probably are right on this one. I'm just going on the fact that the Giants have to go ahead and win this game, and we'll see what happens. They don't have much of a run game, and their O-line is not strong, so everything is saying, why did you pick the Giants? I just think that the Eagles had a very tough game last week.
That's true.
And I think the Giants have to get this one, but I think it's going to be maybe another 21-17 matchup.
So you're going Giants?
Yes.
All right. Well, Texans at the Patriots. It's really hard to win at Foxborough unless you're the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But last week I picked against my Texans, and I shouldn't have. So I'm just going to go with my heart right now and just go Texans, Patriots. I know I'm not right on this, but I'm gonna pick the Texans, Patriots. I'm not even giving you a score, just Texans.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Patriots. I love Deshaun Watson. I think that team is still up and coming. But Tom Brady and those guys right now, they dismantled the Saints last week.
Change my pick.
And I just really see the Patriots just taking this one by a landslide.
And they're at home, and they got to redeem themselves at home.
So.
All right, Falcons at Lions. Both teams are 2-0.
Yes.
You picked this one first. I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with the Lions here. I think Matt Stafford is playing really good football. Amir Abdullah, former Nebraska Cornhusker, finally healthy. He is kind of a spark plug for that team, especially in the run game. That defense looked really good last week. I mean, it was the Giants' O-line, but I still feel like that team looked good, both 2-0. Although Matty Ice and that team looked really good as well. But I'm going to go with Detroit on this one, actually. And it's going to be a shootout. No score, just a shootout.
The way Detroit did my boy Barry Sanders, I could never root for them again.
I understand that, yep.
And the Falcons were convincing to me last week. I'm going Falcons to beat the Lions at the Lions, and I'm going to call it a 32-24 game.
Okay, that's going to be it. It's going to be a shootout for sure.
It will definitely be.
Yeah.
Seahawks at the Titans. Both teams are 1-1.
Yep, Seahawks are on the road. I think the Seahawks need this worse than the Titans do. I'm thinking maybe 28-24 because both teams have pretty good offenses.
I'm going Seahawks as well.
Even though the Seahawks have struggled offensively, but I still like.
They're going to get this. Is their get it together week.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
is week 3. It should get it
so
together.
I'm definitely
week. So
going Seahawks. You're going Seahawks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Chiefs and Chargers. Do we need to say anything?
Nope. Chiefs. It's going to be a tough game. They still got to play, but definitely the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Yep.
Bengals at Packers. Bengals are 0-2. Packers are 1-1. You are not beating anybody at Lambeau Field. Packers big.
Yeah, I think Packers big. The Bengals need this one. Could be a trippy up, but the Bengals just don't look good, and the Packers need this one big time.
At the Packers
exactly.
At Lambeau.
Both teams need it, but the Packers are going to get it.
But finally, Cowboys at Cardinals. Both teams are 1-1. The Cowboys look great against the Giants in week 1. Did not look so good at the Broncos last week. Cardinals, same thing. Or they're
hit and miss there.
It's hit and miss.
1-1. Both teams are 1-1.
Cowboys have to go on the road. I think they have to get this game.
Yeah. Yep.
They have to get this game, or they're just going to get dogged by all kind of nonsense.
Yep.
I don't really believe in the Cardinals, so I'm actually going to pick the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm also going to pick the Cowboys.
But I'm going low score on this
I think it's going to be another 17-14 type of matchup, maybe even a 21-17, but it's going to be close. Both teams need the win, but I believe in the Cowboys a little bit more than the Cardinals, and so we'll see what happens.
I believe in Dak. How about that?
Yeah, exactly. Dak. Yeah, Dak all the way. Well, we want to say we appreciate your time, folks. We hope you enjoyed our show today. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Type in my name, Adam Orduna. Like our Facebook page. Type in OTD. Continue to follow us on Twitter and look for our Twitter.
Got some Twitter polls.
Twitter polls. Thank you. We want to say we're going to go inside because we are getting hot. But we want to say we appreciate your time, and we'll see you again, folks.